So tell me, have you guys ever used a smartphone before? Okay. Are you familiar with it at all? Okay, so you're here, so you want to learn more, I'm guessing, right?
I guess so.
Okay, great.
All phones are not smartphones?
They're not. Well, what I'm going to tell you specifically is about Blackberry today. And it was created, the first models came out in 1999, but they weren't mainstream till about 3 or so years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Before 2004, if you ask anybody what a Blackberry was, the only thing they can relate to is the fruit. That's it, yeah. So the Research in Motion is the company that manufactures Blackberries and mass produces them. Okay, so what they did was before 2004, they were just getting into the market. Starting in 04 with the Blackberry, here you have it here somewhere. I can't remember the model; it's so old. The Blackberry 7290, I believe. That was the first one that they used. It was the big blue models you've probably seen business executives carrying from other organizations.
Something that they carry
Yes,
on
exactly,
the
on the
belt?
belts, yeah.
I thought that was, those
PDA or something.
two-way.
No, those were the big blue. The nickname was Big Blue for those.
Oh.
So it was used because it's very easy to use, and I'll get into that. But it was also looked as a status symbol. You would see big executives using this big blue device, and like if you'd see anybody on the street using that, you would know they were probably high up in their organization. So it was also used as a status device, and still is BlackBerry because they have their just the design is its own signature, so you can distinguish it easily from any other smartphones out there currently. The main thing that the RIM took with development of a smartphone is unique. The path it took. Instead of building a product for consumers, they focus on business. Their early rise to corporate smartphone came from their ability to address the business communication needs, and especially using their enterprise server and what they call their push email, which the email I'll get into later on. So the speed of communication offered by the BlackBerry is quite fast compared to any other smartphone out there. So of course it started with the 7290, the blue model. Currently, I have some graphs here that show that how it has grown, how the popularity of smartphones has grown. It is just about 10 million currently, and by 2010, so in just a couple of years, they're expected to go up to 70 million people.
70 million?
70 million in just North America, actually. Okay, so why BlackBerry of all? Because first, it's integrated all in one device, which means that it's a phone, it's an email, it's SMS, which is instant messaging, calendar, address book, media player. You can take pictures, you can chat on it, use a calculator, alarm clock, and now you can of course surf the internet on it as well with the faster 3G, which is 3G is a faster internet technology, mobile internet technology that has just come out, which is offered in our later models now. So what it does, it integrates everything into just this one device that you can use anytime you want. Better than the fact that it is an all-in-one device is the fact that it's an integrated all-in-one device, which is what I'm talking about. So what does that mean? It means that all of the native applications included in the BlackBerry operating system are seemingly integrated with each other. Let's say you receive an email from a colleague that contains the telephone number of another person to call. From within the email application, you can click on the phone number and it will instantly call that person, so you don't have to store that somewhere, you don't have to write it down somewhere and then dial that number again. You can just click on the email and it will call that person immediately. So that's an example. And also it's very easy to use. Is that a lot of well-spent thought and effort has gone into their navigation menus, which has become apparent as soon as you use the device. It's very easy to use. Their keyboard is easy to use. It's a full keyboard. It's a
like
full keyboard.
Computer?
It's like a computer, exactly. So all the keys are laid out that way. And so that's one of the reasons. Any questions so far?
I was just wondering, does it also have like touch screen, like
No, not right now.
using pencil, just touch.
Well, no, and that's under the ease of section. There's actually, I want to emphasize the lack of touchscreen as a contributing factor to the BlackBerry, and that's because push button is designed as a practical design, logical, efficient, and effective, and therefore tough to argue with. The push button email function I was talking about. Touchscreens are fun to play with, but when it comes to getting the job done fast and effectively, without error, the touchscreen really can't compete. It's often very easy to make a mistake on a device that requires touchscreen input, and also takes more time to correct the mistake.
Really?
And also, touchscreen lacks feedback. When you push a button, you don't really feel that you've pushed it unless you look down and you can tell yourself visually that you have. And so that results in sometimes mistypes or even having to look down and break concentration from anything else while you're using the smartphone, the touchscreen devices.
Oh,
So that's why the feel of the button is very important.
okay. And is there any faster method than email?
Well, there's the email first of all as a push button email, and what it is whether you're a corporate or a consumer, your email will arrive to your BlackBerry the second it's received by the server. So there's no waiting around. Your phone doesn't need to log in every 15 seconds or 15 minutes to check the email and update it. And if you have received new, so you're not wasting any bandwidth in that case either. So with BlackBerry, your emails are pushed to your device instant they're received. It's a very useful feature. And also about the messenger, every BlackBerry device has a unique PIN number, which identifies the device on the RIM's network.
Okay.
So it comes with a BlackBerry Messenger application that allows you to add other BlackBerry users to your device by that PIN. Once added, you can message each other on the fly. So you can message your colleagues anywhere, wherever they are, doesn't matter. You can message anybody on the fly, and it's SMS, so it's a free system. It's a free service. Sorry, unlike SMS, it's a free service. SMS is not. It's the same as text messaging, so this is different. It's not. It's integrated into the BlackBerry, so it doesn't get charged. You don't. You want to
don't
pay
get charged for that?
exactly. And also, it just makes everybody. It just makes this communication much easier. So other than that, there's also two other main points of BlackBerry that are very useful. Its battery life is amazing. You can leave the phone on for days and days, and sometimes even 2 weeks, literally, in the standby mode, and will continue to do its job of monitoring all of your incoming communication, so checking your email, whatever else. If you use the phone actively, so long conversations or browse the web, etc., you'll drain the battery life quicker, but at least a day and probably 2 days or more of the life can be expected, and it recharges pretty quick. And lastly, the security system. It has 128-bit encryption. It's standard on all BlackBerry models, which means no incoming, outgoing connections will occur unless you approve of it. In practice, this causes a slight annoyance because when you install a new application that requires data to be transferred to a third party server, this third party server, you will be asked to approve the connection. So it does that, but it also prevents, and you know that you have the control over the system and there is no hackers controlling it. So that's the main we have now. Next time, so if you're interested in BlackBerry and you think it will work for a company.
One more thing I wanted to know, like from the PC, can we have direct connection, like if there's an email on MS Outlook in our computer?
Yes, you can incorporate that into your corporate email. You can use BlackBerry to incorporate your email. And what I'll do is the next time I will come by and I will show you different models, and then you can select and see which one is best for your business.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
we would like to have something where we can even use MS Word or things. I've heard that now iPhone also has, you can use MS Word and like a computer.
Yes, but that's the same thing with the touchscreen system. Then it doesn't. It has a touchscreen, so the feedback isn't immediate. So I'll bring a few, and then you can compare it and see which one you like. Okay, so great. Thanks for coming.
That's good.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.